What's up, you guys? My name is Aubrey and this is my channel, and today I am finally going to be addressing how you can determine whether or not you are eligible for the EIDL grant. Now, this is something that is super important because the unfortunate reality of the situation is not everybody who applies will be eligible and will receive the EIDL grant. So what we're going to be doing today is I'm going to be walking you through how to use an app that will help you determine whether or not you are eligible for the EIDL grant. And if you are eligible, this app will also help you track the status of your grant in your loan as well. So let's get started. So as you guys know, with the EIDL program, there are a slew of different contributing factors that could determine whether or not you are eligible for this elusive $10,000 grant. I've done a ton of videos on this topic. If you guys are interested in checking those out, I will include a handful of links down in the description below. But a few of the requirements are: number one, having a business that was formed before January 31st, 2020. Number two, showing a gross revenue decline of 30% in a quarter in 2020 compared to the same quarter in 2019. Another criteria is being from a low-income community, as well as being a small business owner, gig worker, 1099 contractor, freelancer, or just small business or entrepreneur. So these are just a few of the requirements. And so because of the variety of different requirements that you have to meet in order to be eligible for the EIDL program, you can probably expect that there is a lot of confusion regarding whether or not people will be eligible and whether or not these people will qualify. But the one important thing to remember before we go into the walkthrough is the fact that there is still a lot of questions that remain to be unanswered with both the EIDL program as well as the PPP. You see, the SBA, according to this newest $900 billion stimulus package, is supposed to be coming out with guidance and regulations and guidelines on how the application process is going to work for the EIDL loan, the PPP, as well as the EIDL cash advance. And until the SBA comes out with this guidance, there is still a lot that we do not know. But even though there are still a lot of questions that have not been answered, it's still a good idea to determine whether or not you are eligible for the EIDL to begin with. Because if you are eligible, it's important to get your ducks in a row. That way, once the application opens, you can jump in and apply right away. So now let's dig right into the app. So a couple of days ago, a company called HelloSkip had reached out to me asking me if I would do a video on their new app and EIDL tracker that they were just launching. In fact, this just launched a couple of days ago, so it is brand new. Well, HelloSkip is a company that I have been in contact with on and off throughout the entire year, and they have a lot of really cool resources for people who are needing assistance from the government. They have resources regarding the PPP, the EIDL program, even just day-to-day tasks like the DMV as well. But whenever they reached out to me and asked me to do a video on their EIDL tracker, I was like, absolutely, I will do a video. This is perfect for my audience. This will solve so many people's problems, and I was super excited about it. With that being said, let's jump right into the app. So what you're going to need to do is you're going to need to grab your iPhone, your Android, whatever the case is. I have an iPhone, so I'm going to grab that right here. You're then going to want to go into the App Store and you're going to want to download HelloSkip. It's HELLO and then the word skip. Once you download it, you're going to want to click open. Once you click open, you will see a featured article section. And then if you scroll down a little bit, and this may look a little bit different if you're on an Android or like a Google Pixel phone. This is what it looks like on my iPhone 11. And you're going to want to click on Track EIDL Grant Progress. From here, what you're going to do is you're going to have to answer 3 questions. You're going to say, have you already received some EIDL grant funding? What is your business address? And what month/year was your business founded? So in my case, I will just fill in that information. So have you already received some EIDL grant funding? Yes, I did. I received money in the first round. How much did you receive? I received $1,000. What is your business address? I will simply type in my business address. And then what month/year was your business founded? And then I'm just going to put the month and the year. Then once you do that, you're going to have to create an account, and you're going to have to provide your first name, your last name, your date of birth, your phone number, and your email address. So I will do that now. First name, last name, date of birth, phone number, and then my email. Then once you do that, you're just going to simply click create an account. Then it's going to say, congrats, you're all set. Please check your email to verify your email with us. So I'm going to scroll on over to my email, and then it's asking me to verify my email address. So I'm going to verify that. Then you're going to have to set a password. Once you create the new password, you'll want to reopen the app, and then you will automatically be signed in. So then once again, you're going to go in and you're going to want to track your EIDL progress. So once you click add tracker, this will then bring you to really kind of the bread and butter of this tool, in my opinion. It will give you kind of 3 different fields. The first one is showing what percentage of applicants have received EIDL funding, or what percent have received EIDL grants, I should say. And as of right now, it's a 0% because as of today, January 4th, applications have not opened. The second section of the app says EIDL grant application status, and it says currently no action is needed. Then near the bottom is the most valuable piece of information according to this tool. It says, do you qualify for the full $10,000 due to being in a low income community? And then it says your address does not qualify. That is no shock to me. I knew I wouldn't qualify because I do not come from a low income community. But if I click on more information, it will give me more information regarding kind of the context of this disqualification. And what this says is it simply says that if you qualify, your community meets this criteria. That the census tract you're in, either A, has a poverty percentage of 20%, or B, has an average household income that is 80% or less than the state median household income. And if you do not qualify, then it simply means you do not meet those guidelines outlined by the IRS. That's something that the IRS created to kind of gauge what is low income. And then again, near the top of the app, it does reiterate that this is just an estimation. And even if you are somebody that is said to not qualify based on this app, they strongly recommend that you still apply because of the fact that we're still waiting on SBA guidance. And then after that, Hello Skip added a small paragraph kind of reiterating what I've been saying as well, which is even if you don't qualify, you may still be able to get the full $10,000 EIDL grant. We're awaiting final SBA guidance. Then if you continue to scroll down, you'll see some other information that Hello Skip has included as well. But even aside from the EIDL tracking tool, this app also allows for you to track your stimulus checks and to see whether or not you would be eligible for a stimulus check. It also allows for you to track vaccination progress as well. And then it also has like DMV and TSA resources as well. So again, what you would need to do is download the Hello Skip app, click on EIDL tracker, create an account, put in your address, and then Hello Skip can help you determine whether or not you are in a low income community, because this is something that I've seen in probably hundreds of comments over the last week of how do you determine if you're in a low income community. For some people, it's obvious that you don't live in a low income community, but for others, it's less obvious and it's much more of a serious question. And so this app will absolutely help you do it. But again, like Hello Skip mentioned in the EIDL tracker tool, just because Hello Skip says you're not eligible doesn't necessarily mean that you are 100% not eligible, because guidelines and guidance is changing on what seems to be a fairly consistent basis. And secondly, we still don't know what's happening with the EIDL $10,000 cash advance because we're still waiting for SBA guidance. There is a chance that you may be able to qualify for the $10,000 cash advance even if you don't qualify for the second round of funding. The exact details of how this is going to work are still very much up in the air, and we are still waiting for SBA guidance. So stay tuned for that. The specific details of this program are still very much up in the air, and there are still a lot of questions that have not been answered. But I do think that this Hello Skip app will help kind of ease your mind to really determine, okay, am I eligible? Do I come from a low income community? And it should help you answer a lot of questions that you guys have had over the last few days. Once again, Hello Skip is totally free. They've reached out to me asking if I would do a video because they thought it would be helpful to my audience, and I totally agreed with them. I think it is a super helpful tool for anybody who has questions about the EIDL program to use. And in the meantime, if you have any comments, if you have any questions, if you have anything to add, make sure to leave a comment down below. And while you guys are at it, make sure to hit the like button, hit that subscribe button, and hit that notification bell. And I'll see you guys in the next video.